So here's some things, some components of this that are really important, and some initiatives. And when you start to look at this list that I put on the agenda, it's pretty amazing. So first start with unified communications, right? So before, what did we have? We had a separate telephony network that was 30, 40 years old and very expensive. In fact, when we were negotiating with CenturyLink, we told them that we had given them $250 million over the last 20 years for a technology that they hadn't upgraded. $250 million for those PBX CenturyLink.
Thank you.
Thank you. They say thank you.
Well, not exactly. I didn't like the slide, but that's an example of what you keep paying into these legacy technologies that aren't giving you mobility. And fortunately, we came along and said we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to go to a unified communications architecture. And now what do we have? We have voice over IP, instant messaging, standard video conferencing solution, voicemail to email, right? Things that we actually take for granted now because they're part of our culture. But that platform we're going to keep building on, and it's going to sustain us for the future. Right?
Very expensive.
So that's a big component of this, but that's just one of many. And then you talk about our network, right? If you remember our network 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, and what it is today, oh my gosh, it is. I mean, when's the last time we had you remember we had a huge network outage, right? I mean, it doesn't happen hardly anymore. But we can't be mobile without a great core network, KC-WAN, and we can't be mobile externally without iNet and our fiber consortium. I mean, those are foundational pieces to if we didn't have a network, and not just the core, but if we weren't doing wireless expansion within the county, this would be very difficult. So, we have to understand how important our network is, and continuing to refresh it and upgrade and increase the capacity and increase wireless in the county. So that has to be understood by everyone. And we're doing a lot of cool things. We have a wireless expansion project right now. Previous biennium we upgraded the core so we could increase the capacity at the edge for wireless. And so we've taken these steps to make our network much more reliable and increase the capacity. Firewalls are stable. Anything else you want to say about our wonderful network?
I think, the stability of the network, I think, has been apparent from where we were in 2014. Can't say before 2014. There's still a lot of work to do, but they're organized. They have the right leadership. They have the right people, and they're being run with best practice organizational design using IDLE principles, and it's showing in the results.
And they're going through change management.
Yeah, actually, they're our biggest customer in change management statistically. Yeah. So I think it's a real good barometer for the future, what they've done, and something we can model in a lot of ways in ours.
Impressive.
From the external point of view, as capacity becomes more and more important for a lot of our external partners, and some of them are very small, they don't have the means to do these things on their own, we're getting just an increasing number of contacts from people who want to join on to the iNet C3 bandwagon.
That's great.
Yeah.
So our network, core piece there. And then we have our decommissioning project, which we're calling ARM. And that's decommissioning our PBXs and our old lines, and also giving us IP fax, which is important because we have over 1,000 analog fax machines in the county. In fact, by the way, we have some in KCIT, and they will be gone because I will not have analog faxes in my department.